Welcome to Astrovet TV. Today, I want to understand from Gopalji, which will help our viewers also to have more insight about various type of astrologies, especially KP astrology, which what I have learned and I have understood is more scientific and it can be validated. Unlike other many other forms of astrology, this is more scientific and it is easy to validate the predictive method. So let us understand more about astrology in general and also about KP astrology in particular. What are the salient features and how it can help us to plan future life? Welcome, Gopalji.
Hello. Astrology in general itself is a science in total, not only KP but everything, because these are about the flying object around sun. It's a family of sun, and the objects like Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus, Neptune, etc. They go around sun in a particular speed, in a particular revolution. It rotates around itself and it revolves around the sun. And they have some definite speed and they take so much time to come around. Everything is common. It is not only for KP system, but all the system, same is the case. But here in KP system, which is actually evolved by K.S. Krishnamurti, and he had a very deep study about various astrology around the world, you can say. He knows Kabbalah astrology, he knows Western astrology, he knows Vedic astrology, and many more astrologies, whatever present in the world. And then finally, he had drawn one particular line, amalgamating both Vedic or rather Hindu astrology and the Western astrology. The salient features of both the best parts are taken and united together. Say, for instance, planets are 9 invariably, whatever the astrology it may be. In the versatile astrology, what they have done, they just go around in a globe level. Globe means it's a perfect ball, kind of 360 degrees round ball. But he found that is not the real thing, because the planets move around sun in an elliptical path. So that should be given some consideration. So he found there are n number of people who have written about the cuspal position around the earth. See, the cuspal position is around the earth and planets are coming around the sun. So this cuspal position, whoever has written, whoever has evolved, after that the Sripadi Pattadi was absorbed by the Parasara or our Vedic astrology, which has a calculation of a clear round.
A perfect circle.
Yeah, perfect circle. That means if an ascendant starts at one particular point, 15 degrees forward and 15 degrees backward, both fore and aft are equal, so it makes 30 degrees into 12, so 360 degrees. But whereas in the system evolved, absorbed by our Guru KSK, that is called Placidus, in which the elliptical path is given consideration. No house is equal to the other house. Some of them will have 32 degrees, some of them will have 27 degrees. So it will vary. It varies according to the latitude. The more you go beyond the equator and position, the cuspal position varies. And in the Scandinavian area, like the extreme north, even 3 cusps fall in one particular house. That is actually the Placidus system will not work, you can say. So that is how the cuspal position is drawn and we accommodate the planet in one particular cusp. To simply state it, suppose you say a planet is positioned in the 7th house. From the ascendant it is 7th house, but the 7th house starts at 22 degrees and the planet is in the same 7th house but in 18 degrees. So until that 22 degrees, that particular portion is called 6th house, beyond which 7th house. So when it has not crossed the 7th house, you cannot call that planet is in the 7th house, it is called only in the 6th house. So what will happen in the matter of marriage is concerned, sixth house totally negates the marriage. During that particular planet, people used to ask, see, my Jupiter is in seventh house, why my marriage did not take place? When you calculate using the Placidus system, you will find the Jupiter is in the sixth house. So it cannot happen because it negates. Seventh house is negated, so marriage will not happen. So this is the first step he took towards KP system. That means
Which is more
positioning,
valid.
positioning the planet within that particular cusp. In the Sripadi, they used to take it back. Even if say, it will go back also. It will go to the different house. But in fact, it doesn't happen. That's an imaginary position. No, you should not take the total planet to the previous house. Say, for instance, a planet is in the Aries, and by Bhava's wise, it is in the Pisces. They position the planet itself in the Pisces. That is wrong because it is there in the Aries. And how come you can imaginary for an imaginary understanding they put it in the
Previous house.
So that particular point he had avoided. So we don't use any D, no D chart, no D charts, no Navamsa, nothing. Only one main chart we use with its degrees. So the first step is taken that the planets are posited in this particular house only. It is not in 7, it is in 6, for instance. Then the next step, if a planet is posited there, whether that planet alone will give the benefits or anybody else also will give. It is not the planet alone gives benefit, but its star lord gives maximum benefit. Or rather, you can say the prime benefit is given by its star lord than the particular planet. So in the Vedic astrology, they say 2-3 planets put together and they all join together and it happens. Even if 6 planets are in one house, if they are in different stars and those star lords are in away, so it doesn't make any difference at all. Even if 6 planets are there, it is of no problem. No problem. You don't have to take a different significance for it. So that is another thing. A planet is in its star lord. This is the next step. See, first step is cuspal. Then second step is a planet in the star of a planet. Then that is not being enough because he found all the 3 triangular houses are having the same star. It will be same. For the first house is falling at one particular point. Say, first house Aries 15 degrees. That will be Venus star. The fifth house also in Leo same around 15 degrees. Maybe 1 or 2 degrees more or less. But that will also be in the same Venus star. Then again in the 9th house in Sagittarius, that will also be falling somewhere there. That will also be Venus star. So if you take the prediction on the basis of star alone, then it comes equal for 159. That is also not proving it. Then he found that the sublord is the ultimate. How he has arrived at the sublord is, it's a very simple thing if people can understand that. That is, whenever they make a dasa, the star of that particular moon, moon dasa is actually based for the moon. In which star you were born, that is the first dasa. Then consecutively, according to the Vimshotri, it will move ahead. So, same way, you apply it on all the planets, not only on the moon, but all the planets. Then all the cusp also. Cusp means bhava. So, you apply there and that particular star lord is again further in the sublord. Sublord is nothing but the buddhi lord. Dasa, bhukti. Dasa is the nakshatra or star lord. Bhukti is the sublord. And if a dasa indicates something or it tells about a matter or it is the subject, then the bhukti is the decider. It decides what is to be done. To make it simple to understand, if Mars is the dasa, Mars has only 7 years span. and that Mars signifies marriage. It is going to give marriage. So the marriage becomes the subject. Then Bhukti will decide which Bhukti out of 9 Bhuktis, because Dasa has 9 Bhuktis, the minor period. Out of 9 minor periods, which is that particular period which is going to give the marriage?
Favorable for
That is the decider. The act of decider is which is the one. It will decide this
the
particular.
sublord will be the decider.
Sublord will be the decider. So the sublord will tell exactly which is the Bhukti
period.
or minor period the marriage will occur. So this is simple to understand. So that Bhukti is considered as a sublord, and the sublord being the decider, he is the ultimate. Sublord is ultimate. Now we have gone from cuspal position to the star position and the sub position. Then is it enough? No. What he says, the system itself, he has named it as stellar astrology. Stellar astrology means based on star. Star's position only the prediction is offered. So he has taken up a sublord, then again found the sublord is placed on whose star? He is the final result giving planet. So that is how the KP system goes
Deep.
4 steps deep and explores the result to be accurate. See, our aim is to give but accurate result to the native. Why? Because only when you give good result, he will honor you. Only when he honors, one becomes a good astrologer. Ultimate aim of an astrologer is to become good.
Yeah.
So to become good, you have to yield good. To give that yielding, then you need to know more. So this is the thing. People are afraid to learn because so deep. It is not that deep. If you can understand it simply, it's very easy.
So instead of macro, it is more micro.
Yeah, it is micro exactly. From macro to the micro. When you go into micro, naturally you get better result. See, the versatile astrology was using only the Rasi as, that is moon's house. Wherever the moon was placed, that was the house based for giving prediction. But now moon takes 1 day to come around. So they have found that ascendant takes only 2 hours. So better take the 2 hours. So it will give more appropriate result. Now we have gone little more deeper, that one particular ascendant will have, say, the Aries will have 22 sub, Taurus will have 19, Gemini 21 and Cancer 21. These many subs, it is all divided. Why variation coming in each? That is the Placidus. Because it will vary. And according to the planet also, Venus has 20 years. And immediately after Venus, Sun comes with only 6 years. So this particular variation also is affected. That is why the difference in sublord. Now you can think that 2 hours is again divided into 22. So it becomes very, very fragment. When you give a prediction for that particular thing, that will be more effective. Sir, you know, a small lens can accumulate the ray and burn a cotton. Same way, you accumulate it instead of, going around. See, we have a vision of 180 degree. It is said and it is proved also by many, all those like our great Babaji kind of people would know that you narrow your vision. When it is coming to a sharp, you apply on it. You can know his fore and aft. The one who is in front of you, you can find out what happened in his past life, what is going to happen in his future life. This was possible, proved by our great Muni Rishis. Now, it is possible now also. Only thing you need to accumulate that. Same is the way, if you can say, 30 degrees, brought down to 13 degree 20 minutes 1 star, again brought down to 1 sub 2 degree, 40 minutes to 2 degrees. When you bring it so sharp, you will be able to derive better results. That is the idea of this KP system. So every scientific is, that means you apply the calculation on it. That is scientific. One more story also you will know, that this particular planet is aspecting that house. Actually, they have some range, sir. Range. Range means a planet is aspecting only with the 6 degree orb. That means 6 degree this side, 6 degree this side. Only this much of area can be aspected. But whereas a house is having 30 degrees. They say a planet sitting at 1 degree aspecting the fifth house, says for instance Jupiter is aspecting the fifth house, a planet at 29 degrees, they say it is aspecting. How come it can aspect? Because it is at 1 degree, it will aspect 1 degree only with an arc maybe 7 degrees this side back. But whereas it is at 29 degrees, it cannot aspect. So that is why the aspect has also become null and void. We consider the aspect, but when we consider the aspect, we look into it also sincerely and deeply and perfectly. Not that half-assed way, oh,
Not in a
it
generalized
looks,
manner.
there is no use. If you just, okay, it aspects, everything will happen. Nothing is going to happen. This is the point. So that is why we want to be specific. See, instead of calling it as scientific, you call it specific. That's most appropriate, I believe.
Thank you so much. Because that is what, from the understanding what I have now than before. See, if you want very specific answer for a particular question or to understand more about a specific problem in life, it is better to consult a KP astrologer so that the predictions can be more accurate, and it will also be helpful for us to understand that when exactly it has to happen, rather than having a wider range where it may be past the peak. So I think it is useful in that manner. As I said, now I have a better understanding, because I was naive and I was thinking someone is inferior and someone is superior. As I said, nothing is inferior or superior. Each has its own merits and demerits. But this is more of a micro level understanding of a planet,
Absolutely.
so that it helps in a better way. Thank you for that insight, Gopalji. So now I think our viewers will also understand more about the KP astrology and get the benefits out of it. Thank you.
Most welcome.